What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine.
I'm still James.
And we got an epic review for y'all. Falcon and Winter Soldier, episode 2. It's a pretty good episode, man. And we're going to review it. But before we do that, we got intro. Right, we have returned. Falcon Winter Soldier, episode 2. So last week we left off. They introduced the new Captain America. It was played by Wyatt Russell. We thought he looked so goofy in that helmet. Yeah. We thought it wasn't even him. We was like, no, that's another guy. That's just some dude. No, it's Wyatt Russell. That's Kurt Russell's son. He looked pretty much just like him. They got his face is thinner.
Yeah,
Kurt Russell kind of got a wide face, but they got that same facial features. Yeah. And then he got kind of Goldie Hawn, blonde hair and blue eyes. So he a good mix of both of those American actors. But yeah, he's actually a good actor. Yeah. And
and I will say he definitely looks better without that helmet.
Well, see. He don't look too bad. It's just that angle they showed him from with that smile just looked just so goofy that, like we said, we thought he was somebody else. But yeah, so now we get he kind of let you know who he is and what he's all about. They're going with John Walker. This is U.S. agent, correct? Yep. But I didn't really see. Did he really seem like the comic U.S. agent, like John Walker?
I mean,
wasn't he like an asshole from the word go?
He kind of was. Like
from what I've seen, he was always an asshole. But he could have started off cool. I don't know.
Like from what I remember, like he played it up when he was like appearing in public as Captain America,
right.
And then like
he seemed like an okay guy, just like in private too, though. To me, when I see him,
but like he'd go off and like tear into somebody because the lighting was wrong when he was doing an interview and stuff like that. But like
none of that came across in this.
None of that comes across here.
Seemed like a stand-up guy.
I think part of it is they kind of want to show that he means well from the jump. He's just not built for that spotlight. Like, I think it's going to bring out the worst in him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they might do that because I can see them going another direction because they do that in shows or movies or whatever. But they'll start off as a cool guy, and they'll lure you in by making you think, oh, this is a stand-up guy, and then something just
that it makes him a little more realistic,
right?
You don't want him to come in, and the second he's not Captain America, he's immediately the villain.
Yeah, but see, I was expecting him to be something like, they're about time they did this or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't like that. He was kind of nervous. He didn't know what to say. He was practicing his, how should he do? Because he was like everybody expecting him to be, I was like. Damn, I'm kind of feeling for him, I'm kind of rooting for him.
Yeah, I think they're just setting it up to have the pressure of trying to be Captain America break him down.
Yeah, but he don't even seem like he's not handling it well. Seems like he's doing the right thing, But that's the beginning, It could go a whole other direction, So let's talk about Buck and I'm just calling him Bucky because everybody else call him Bucky. Ain't nobody calling him Winter Soldier. They just call him Bucky. They might as well Falcon and Bucky. But, why not? That's what Steve called you. But he's like, no.
Steve knew me longer.
Yes. But, no, now they finally working together. And, they doing a buddy cop thing. Yeah. It's fun sometimes. I wish sometimes you'd be like, they kind of did that in the movie where the lady was like, look, y'all sit down and work it out. And it's like, stop the tension. Yeah. We don't even need the tension. We got too much shit going on. And they kind of said that, but you can see they still trying to play the comic, make it a comedy.
Like, even they get to the point where usually things start to get cool, where one's like, this is what's been my problem the whole time. It's not just some petty shit. This is some shit that means something to me. And then it just gets flipped right back to, well, clearly we're not going to see eye to eye on this.
I know.
We'll work this one last job.
I know. It just don't make sense. Yeah. I don't see the tension there. They forcing it. Yeah. And, now they don't want to be. Now, I guess it's somewhat because Bucky is a little upset that he gave the shield up.
Yeah. And I get that for Sam. It's like he doesn't want to be around Bucky because, well, he knows where Bucky's coming from at all times. It's going to be, why didn't you take up the shield?
Right.
and that's not helping him deal with the reasons he didn't take up the shield.
Right, but then also you gotta, I gotta wonder, does Bucky also was a little upset that he didn't give him the shield? You know, that he didn't.
I don't think so,
because
I don't think he's in a place where he can see himself with the shield.
Right, but he thinks somebody else should have it though.
Yeah.
Somebody that Steve chose.
Yeah.
He thinks that's who should have it.
Yeah.
You know, whether he like him or not.
Because that's his guide. His guiding light right now is what would Steve do?
Yeah, yeah. So that's how I was like, y'all need to kind of like stop worrying about Steve and start worrying about the present, man. Because y'all get on my nerves with this Steve stuff. He was just a dude.
Hey, he's their ex-boyfriend, man.
I know that's what they acting like. God, they just fighting over. That's my man. Like, look, y'all need to just dial it down and worry about what you got to worry about.
He chose neither of you. Deal with it.
I know. So we got this new group. What's they called again?
The Flag Smashers.
Right, and they kind of gave them a little story of, you know, we just thought they was just some bad people. Now they kind of humanized them a little bit. They kind of gave them, showed them behind the scenes of, you know, they ain't really say why they doing this, but they made them look kind of like freedom fighters or something.
Well,
you know.
Well, yeah. What they say is like, so much of the resources in the world are going towards the people who came back.
Yeah.
And so their whole thing is the world was going in a good direction
Right.
after everyone got snapped away. And now all of that is being undone.
So what are they trying to do, though? Kill the people?
So what they're trying to do is they're trying to, I guess, unify the world so that there is no
borders.
Stuff,
right.
So like it's not this is America stuff.
It was
this
going
is
to that
Germany
direction,
stuff,
right? Because of less people, because there wasn't enough people to have those borders like it used to be.
Right.
Now we do. Now we got to go back to the old ways.
Yeah.
But I don't see how they feel like they can stop it.
Me neither. But
like, what are y'all doing?
That's
exactly?
why they went and got superpowers.
Yeah, but where did that come from too?
Oh,
were those
power
soldiers?
Broker.
Huh?
The power broker. They dropped his name. He's a mercenary that sells superpowers in the comics. But when they said the power broker's men,
I missed that.
Yeah.
When did he say that?
When they were getting on the plane, they said, "We got to go now. The power broker's men are coming." And when she got the text saying you stole something from me, I think that was from the power broker. I think they stole their superpowers.
Okay. And that girl, have you seen her in anything before?
I swear I have, but I can't think of what.
I guess, you know, I look like she's biracial. You know, she got that red hair with those freckles.
Yeah.
So it's like, one of her parents was probably like a redhead, black guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's got a unique look. You know,
I swear I've seen her in some before, but
definitely sound like she's from London. I can tell that accent.
That's
now.
pure London.
Yeah, she sounds just like John Boyega.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, I said I wouldn't take a sip while I'm talking, but that's when you're supposed to help me out. But so they finally caught up with them, and now we get to see them fight them or whatever. So I got this clip, and it's got some what's the name of finally in action?
Yeah. John Walker.
Yeah, U.S. agent, but right now he's Captain America. So we can see, can he live up to it? I know. So let's check him out.
Huh.
Perfect timing. He ain't bad with the shield, though. I give that.
He's good with the shield.
I was like, who the hell is that other guy?
Right.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm like, okay, he ain't too bad.
This is my one problem with that is there's no way to make someone look good with that shield without making them look like a super soldier.
Yeah.
Like,
well, first off, he keep on saying that he ain't got no powers, but stuff you doing, you can't do that without powers.
Like, I get that's a mean ass shield, but bro, you throwing that thing
not
hard.
just that, but hopping on that thing because the other dude had a rope.
Yeah.
So he hopped on there like, you know, like you hop on a moving truck and did some moves or whatever. You gotta have powers for that, right?
You know, and like even he's going toe to toe with folks who clearly have some degree of super strength.
Right.
You know, like he's landing solid punches.
He has to have some kind of enhancements.
So, like maybe some kind of combat steroids or something.
Yeah, he's got some kind of. I mean, why wouldn't you? You playing with this stuff. I was hearing that they used the same thing they used on. Remember on Hulk, Incredible Hulk?
The stuff that Blonsky had.
Yeah, before it got contaminated with
before he put
he
that
did
Hulk
another
juice
dose,
in it.
but the other dose got contaminated with his blood or something.
with that Hulk juice.
Right.
But so yeah, you know what? That'd be cool. I'd be down with that.
Right, which that was a government sponsored program and everything, so that all makes sense, and it ties
that in that movie is
Hulk.
canon. So
yeah, right. So he's definitely enhanced, and I was like, okay, he can handle himself a little bit,
like,
you know.
I will say, what I think they're gonna do is he's enhanced and he doesn't know it. Like they've been dosing him with the stuff and not telling him because like, hey, you signed on to be Captain America.
That could be where it starts.
Yeah,
but then also, I can't recall. Didn't they say something about they become mentally unstable when they use that? I think I recall something like that.
Well, because that's what happened with Blonsky was he started taking more and more risks and doing more out of pocket stuff. So like I'm thinking that's where this is going to come in for his character too.
So he's starting off as I want to do the right thing, and then he's going to spiral out of control.
That or it's going to be like I got to keep up. I need to start taking more of this stuff.
Now he has also he has a black sidekick where he has a black sidekick. His friend, one of his army buddies, which he just seemed like another friend, and then he popped up and helped him, and then they did they like did a fist bump in the middle of the fight. I was like, this ain't a game, y'all. I don't know what y'all own, but this ain't no game.
Well, like, and I think I'm assuming it's deliberate, but they make them seem so young next to Bucky and Sam because it's just like. What are you doing?
Yeah, so they you saw the scene where somebody came swung on the rope and kicked the guy. That was his homeboy
Lamar Hoskins, aka
Battlestar, which it kind of makes more sense to why Bucky was a little upset because it was another Battlestar,
right?
And they took both their names. They took Captain America and Battlestar. And that's when so they riding with them, and that's another thing I was talking to you about the Captain America, John Walker. He's trying to be friends with them.
He's doing a horrible job of it.
I mean, he's not.
But in his defense, he does not have this the perspective to realize why he's doing a horrible job of it. Yeah, because it's not really his fault.
Well, yeah, but then he did say something like, won't you be my wingman?
He said, I could use Falcon on my side. I mean, Captain America's wingman.
Shut up. It's like that.
And he even told him, see, it's that last part.
Right. But because he was coming to him like, look, man, we got an enemy. We ain't got to work. We ain't got to, we got the same enemy. We ain't got to do this.
Yeah.
Work on different side stuff. We can share information. We got you. So he was saying, like you said, he's saying the right stuff. And that last line, like, yeah, you can be my wingman. Bye. Yeah, so the whole thing is, give me respect as a hero. Don't think I'm your sidekick.
Like it could get even worse because originally there was a group of folks that were working with U.S. Agent called the Buckies. Now Lamar was the only one that worked with him, and when he was working with
Lamar
him,
was a comic character.
And so he just called himself Bucky.
The Bucky.
So he was the new Bucky.
Okay, so
America.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the
Buckies and the whatever. So we found out that it was another guy that had a super soldier serum 30 years ago. Oh, wait, 50, 60 years ago.
That
was in the 50s.
Yeah, this
in
the
Korean War.
Korean War, yeah.
And it was a black guy, Isaiah
Bradley.
And that was the original Battlestar, correct?
Yeah.
And that's what's kind of set off Bucky.
Yeah.
Because the dude said Lamar said,
I'm
Battlestar.
Stop the car.
Lamar's like, I'm out. And we kind of just took it as, the dude's he just sounds silly, so he's like, he don't want to hear it. But no, he actually know the real Battlestar, and he don't want to hear this. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I consistently feel so sorry for Bucky. Like the stuff he knows and the stuff he has to deal with, and there is literally no one left who gets it.
Well, I mean, I think it's going to make him just feel less and less good about his own government, just things they do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, like I feel like he had already gotten to the point where he's like, nah, everybody sucks. The whole from the top to the bottom, you know, Shield, Hydra, Nazis, U.S. government. Screw all y'all.
Yeah,
I'm done playing y'all.
But that's kind of like why Captain America wanted the Avengers, because he's just like, I don't want to answer to no one, because everybody have agendas. We just want to help people, and you know what I'm saying. So that's what that whole Civil War was about.
I do kind of wish they had gotten to do that with Steve a little more, like, because when he does quit being Captain America, he takes on a new moniker, and he becomes Nomad. That's when
that's what Bucky did, right?
No.
I had a comic back in the day where Bucky was Nomad.
I think he might have taken up Nomad later, but
I think that did happen. But yeah, Bucky was Nomad at one point.
So like, I'd like to see them pay homage to that, maybe have him do that, like, because he can't really be the Winter Soldier anymore.
Right.
You know,
but that's a Russian thing anyway.
Right. So like, if he needs a new name, and especially if he's disenfranchised with the U.S. government, that would be a good track for his character to take narrative.
Yeah, Nomad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, so they're not working together. It didn't work out between the new Captain America and Battlestar and Bucky and Falcon. So they decided to go they both way. And then John Walker gave him a message.
Yeah.
If you're not going to work with me,
stay out of my way.
Oh God. Like I was feeling you for a minute, but now you just turned into a cliche.
Like I was so sure he was gonna stay true to the way he's been playing the characters. Like, well, look, if you need us, we're there. Okay, we're in this fight together. All right, guys. All right, and then just have
He said something to him too, where he was like, "Yeah, he said, how long y'all been trekking? No, we trekking y'all.
Yeah,
Red Wing. That's government stuff. Like wow.
It's like it's not really hacking.
Like, come on,
he's government property. We're the government. Come on, man.
Like, okay, that makes it cool. Shut up.
Like he feels like he's in over his head, and he doesn't realize it.
Yeah. So, they're not working together, and so they had this little sit down and do this talk. I don't know what is this. I don't need to get so close that we our knees are in, right. That's what it's for couples.
They're practically grinding on each other.
Yeah, I was like, they was like, get closer. I'm like, dude, I'm getting closer.
Like, I think what she wanted was for them to lean in, but
I'm just saying they got so close that they kind of interlocked their knees or whatever. It was like, okay, enough. I get the point. We don't have to touch.
Yeah. Like I think what they were supposed to do was like get close to the point that they like their knees were aligned,
where she
and
said
then lean forward.
Right, but
she kept telling them to get closer because they kept trying.
That is like a little therapy thing where it's like, well, I get what they were saying. I'm just saying the whole idea of it, saying get that close to another guy is like, I don't know, I don't need to do that.
I mean, like she did say it was a couples therapy thing, but dude,
stir each other and then looking at each other's soul or something.
But like, let's be fair. She is a military psychologist who is in and of herself former military. She knows better than to use a couples like counseling technique. There are techniques for dealing with soldiers in the same unit who have issues.
I didn't think we needed that. Because I still feel like they're not at odds. They forcing it,
True.
So I didn't think we needed that scene, but it was cool. It was kind of funny. And then now they just like, okay, we're just gonna we need to find out what's going on. I don't know why so they name dropped. They didn't show him yet, but they was like, we need Zemo.
Well, they did show him. They give you a little bit of him in his set.
Right, we need Zemo. And so
you want the coat and the mask, right?
Yeah, they start playing the Zemo music and they go, I was like, oh yes. I'm like, finally get to see Zemo back. And credits. I was like,
yeah, sorry, man. You gotta wait.
It's good cliffhanger because I can't wait to see what's gonna happen
until next week, bro.
Yeah. It's like why all of a sudden I like Zemo so much? Because I never was a big fan of him in the comics.
because he was a well-written, well-played
Yeah.
villain, and he didn't die.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like I get so sick of them killing villains in these movies. Like y'all must not want to make these anymore because you keep killing everybody.
Yeah, I know. I was excited to see what's gonna happen with him. Is he gonna play some, some cat and mouse with him, some
Yeah.
chess games with him? I don't know what's gonna happen with that.
Like I'm really curious to see how he goes because like he goes through a lot of changes in the comics.
Yeah.
Where, like at some points he's just killing like off members of Hydra because they're not good enough to be Hydra.
Uh-huh.
And then sometimes he's just killing off heroes because they're not good enough to be heroes. It's like he goes through like the important thing is Zemo is always right and he's always the best. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Expert strategist.
Yeah.
Well, it just in Civil War, it just made me a fan of him.
Yeah.
To see if they can continue to write him good and had because we seen punch 'em ups, we seen people with superpower, we seen people jump up and bend steel. Well, let's see somebody who can do stuff without actually just punching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
the strategist.
an
I want to
actual
see
planner. An actual planner.
that. Yeah, I want to see that. So I like to see what they do with that character, and especially I want to see how just the whole iconic the purple mask. We saw the purple mask in the trailer, so we're going to see that.
Yep.
So I can't wait to see that. He probably end up taking over the Flag Smashers or something.
Probably.
It's like just use them until they're not useful anymore or whatever.
Like it wouldn't surprise me if to some extent a lot of this is on him.
Yeah.
Like, well, you managed to take me out, but I had some stuff working that you didn't catch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like now we're dealing with this. I'd like to see something like that just to showcase like he's always 13 moves ahead.
Right. So we finally got us a proper villain, and I like to see where it goes. So that is the episode 2, man. Real good episode. We moving right along. Episode 3 will be coming out next Friday. We'll get a review from us.
Definitely.
So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get alerts every time we post those reviews. And we're going to be out of here.
So don't forget, if you like this video, drop a thumbs up. If you like the episode, go down in the comments, tell us what you liked about it. We like to hear from y'all. And again, can't say it enough, please subscribe.
Yes. All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.